Alright, so in my hunt for perfection on Fuji Kiseki to bring into CM9, I am going a little bit insane, so I figured I would share some of my processes with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just do some Fuji runs today. I am aiming for what I consider to be my goal, which is going to be a Fuji Kiseki that has a groundwork combo and a not terrible stat line, ideally with Turf S, ideally with also a bunch of mid-race, ideally her support chain's finished, ideally she got Speed Star from Fine Motion. And if you think that's too much to ask, just take a look at this one where I got everything except for my inherited groundwork. So, you might think I'm crazy. I am crazy. However, I want to point out that this Curran got the groundwork combo that I wanted on my Fuji. So I was actually able to test it out, and it works really, really well. And so since this is really the CM where Fuji is probably going to be the best she has been and the best she will be in a long time, I want to make like a really good Fuji, so I keep trying and I keep failing. Really, it's all down to inheritance. It's all down to luck of the draw. You know, I have so many Fujis that get groundwork but don't get greens. I have so many Fujis that get greens but don't get groundwork. I have so many Fujis that get, Fast Learner or Turf S or Speed Star, and then so many Fujis that don't. So we're looking for the God run that aligns all of those things together. And if we don't get it, that's fine. At least I can tell my Oshi that we tried. So in terms of Sparks and Dex, I am running my Alcondor Pasa parent, who does have Mile Pinks, which is pretty annoying in the grand scheme of things. But she does also have left-handed Pace Chaser Savvy, Umastan, Sprint Corners, so, you know, she's pretty decent. 3-star speed, so she's a 9-star parent with 6-star power parents to her. We got some Sprint, we got some Turf. This is the only Sprint Sparks I have in my Legacy, mostly because I'm trying to inherit Turf instead of Sprint. But if I did inherit Sprint, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And this was the Daiwa Borrow that I used. 3-star Groundwork, Ura Finale, Winter Runner, Wet Conditions. Like, we're hoping to get some stuff from this Daiwa. And then my Borrow here is this Mummy Creek, who is a Umastan Groundwork Power Turf parent with Sprinting Gear and Sprint Corners. Very nice. Her grandparents are also 3 Power, 3 Turf. And they both have Groundwork, Tail Held High, Highlander, a lot of good stuff there. So, that's the parents. We have a lot of Power Sparks. We have a couple of Speed Sparks, which is actually pretty good for Fuji because her speed is not great. She has 0 speed growth. She starts with low speed, and she has some short races early in her career that we want to try to capitalize on. For the decks, I'm using Kita-san Black. I'm borrowing Bakshin for my other speed card. Bakshin has a lot of really great hints for sprint. Ideally, I want sprint corners. Some hints on sprinting gear would be nice. Maybe sprint straightaways would be nice. I like that she has a 10 race bonus, which is really nice. Her specialty priority is decently high. Her training effectiveness, 10%, very nice. And she gives a lot of initial friendship, so she can come online really fast, which is nice. For wit cards, I'm using Fine Motion. I have a 3LB Fine Motion, and I'm hoping for Straightaway Acceleration or Nimble Navigator from her hints. I am hoping for Speed Star from her third event. Really, whether or not I get that kind of scales on my wit stat. I'm using Tachyon because Tachyon is a skill point farmer. She has a skill point bonus, and she has a really nice 10% race bonus. So she is able to just rack up a ton of skill points. I'm using Marvelous Sunday in the alternate reality, in which she will someday give me a Tail Held High. But Tail Held High, Ramp Up, Straightaway Adept are all good takes on Marvelous Sunday. Dober, I'm running for her training effectiveness. She has a really high training effectiveness and not terrible race bonus. So overall, Dober's a pretty solid pick just because if she lands on a facility that I wanted to train anyway, she can really make it give me some extra stats, which can be very useful. I've had her really clutch in late game when like maybe Kita-san and Bakshin just are not on my speed facility, but Dober is, and so I'm still able to get like a good like 30 stat training from a speed facility even if it doesn't have rainbows on it, which has saved my speed stats several times. If I had Mejuro Arden at max limit breaks, I would be using her instead because she does actually give some greens for that groundwork and pace chaser corners, which is really nice. Unfortunately, I don't. And so I've tried to use her before, but the stats just don't, they're not very competitive when she doesn't have her full effectiveness. And I'm also missing out on some race bonus here, which does hurt my SP acquisition. So with all this together, I have a 48% race bonus, which is really nice, actually. I've been really enjoying getting, 66 stats from a G1, 51 stats for a G2 or a G3. So it's been pretty nice because I am doing also a lot of extra races to try to get all the skills that I want for my Fuji. So usually I try to do about maybe 6 or 7 extra races. It just depends on like what my trainings look like. I will generally try to hit both sprinter stakes. I try to hit Victoria Mile. I try to hit the Yasuda Kinen in the first year, and then there's a couple other ones that I try to hit, or that I could optionally hit. Sometimes I just take a G2 instead. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Our first turn is not the best, because we don't really want to train a lot of stamina. I guess I could have taken it, because Fuji does have some medium races that she does early-ish in her career, and also late in her career. Oh, but this one's pretty nice. But Sunday's on this one. No, we're going to go with Wit rather than Guts. But yeah, so I'm mostly planning. I have a decent Kurin. I have like a handful of decent Kurins. I have a decent Akebono, and I have a lot of really good Fujis, but I am planning on just running this back until I can get either the best Fuji I can possibly get, or until I just run out of time and I'll pick the best one. But the kind of annoying part about Sprint CMs, one of the annoying parts anyway, is that Sprint CMs, it's once you make a lot of aces, it's kind of hard to pick what the best one is because there's so many. You wind up with so many Umas that all look really, really good, but they're all missing like 1 or 2 crucial things. So it it can be frustrating to try to pick out what the best ace is, because also it's really hard to compare them against each other, because the sprint tracks are so RNG anyway. So I do think that this way lies madness, but I also know that Fuji doesn't really get a lot of great opportunities to perform super well in the next few CMs, so I want to give her the best chance that I can. We're picking Wit a lot here because we have pretty comparable Wit trainings to other trainings, and the more early trainings you can get in on a career, like, the better it's going to be. Especially, I try to push Unity very early. Like, I always try to push the top in my first Unity trainings, which sometimes does just brick a run. I've got to maybe get a little better about that, but it's just a habit that's been hard to break because I don't like feeling like kind of under pressure to push Unity trainings later on in the run. Yeah, looks like we are probably gonna have to rest after this. That's fine. We still haven't gotten a mood up, which is a little bit annoying. We'll take the speed on this one. Fuji, sometimes she's fine, but sometimes her speed growth can be a little bit, can wind up with a little bit of a sketchy final stat line. So when it's between, because Fuji has a couple events that are between power and wit, and for those I bias towards power because I'm running a 4-wit deck. And then she has some that are between speed and power, and for those I bias towards speed because sometimes her speed is not quite where I want it to be. Oh, I wish I could take that 24%. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we win those. We're definitely resting now, though. Unless it's on wit. It's not on wit. Okay. Not even gonna look. We're resting. that. So when I was doing the current video, I was pretty upfront that I hadn't done very many Curran runs, so I wasn't super familiar with how Curran's career was. I really appreciate some folks kind of pointed out that she does get a free mood up after the Ally Stakes, so I wasted a recreation turn in that video. Additionally, I should have been taking a lot more early races because Curran has a random chance to proc Charming at the conclusion of a race, and if you get that early in her career, you're really sitting pretty for the rest of the run. I didn't know that, so you know, I wasn't doing that, but now that I've done that more often, I'm getting a lot nicer Currans. But it's kind of part of the, when I wanted to share that early Curran video, because I wanted to show, like, this is my process, right? Like, this is what I'm doing to learn the CM, to get good at the CM, to learn a new UMA, to get good at this new UMA. And so I wanted to show something that was a little bit earlier in my process, and that maybe wasn't quite as polished or as, like, well-informed as all of my other stuff, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we all start off not very well-informed, right? I do hope that I communicated that. I think that I did, but I am glad that I was able to get some folks reaching out to me and saying, you know, hey, like, Curran actually gets a guaranteed mood up here, or like, hey, you know, Curran is, you know, you want to take early races on her, stuff like that. But I do, I feel a little bit awkward now having that video, like, kind of posted and having everybody just being able to watch it for that reason. Maybe I'll get over myself, but it's just something that I've been thinking about a lot. Like, when I released that video, I was releasing, like, I wanted to show my process a little bit, and I wanted to talk about, like, this is what I do to start prepping for a CM, and this is, you know, kind of how that looks for me, which has been really cool. Well, sorry, like, playing the game and talking sometimes messes with my brain, but, like, I really wanted to show that early part of my process, and I wanted people to see that and maybe be able to, like, reflect that and try to put that into practice when they're starting to look at, you know, prepping for CMs really early. But at the same time, like, I really wanted to make sure that it came with the caveat of this is very early. That's why I said, like, I think I even said in the title, like, this is a sneak peek. It's very early. It's not, like, the finalized process yet. And so I just hope that that kind of gets conveyed. I try to communicate that, but I want, I mean, we're all only human, right? And so I wanted to showcase, like, the learning process, both to help you guys come to conclusions, like, or figure out how you can approach these sorts of things, but also to say, you know, I'm also learning stuff. I don't know every single thing about the game. I try, but, you know, even in my streams, sometimes people come in and ask questions, and I, like, have to look up the skill list on Game Horror or something, so, I guess the TLDR is that, like, nobody's infallible, and I am just really glad that people are enjoying my content, even though, you know, sometimes it is very early, and I'm still learning how some things work. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. I did explode on auction. Okay, so because I exploded on auction, I'm gonna switch Fuji and Taiki, so that way hopefully I'll have 3 bases covered here. I do always kind of want to put Kita. Oh man, even Kita-san has more. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I just want to put Kita-san in medium, but this early nobody has stamina, so it's kind of a moot point. Come on, Fuji. Nice. Oh, Fuji lost Mile by quite a bit. All right. Yeah, so I've been looking ahead a little bit to the Dirt CM, and it does not look super awesome for a Fuji main. Oh, that's pretty nice. Give me sprint corners. No. Yeah, it's because Fuji has an F in dirt, and so I've got to get her to B and then promote her once to A, kind of similar to how El Contrapasa is in this Sprint CM. Except Fuji has no payoff for it, it's just that I'll be able to use her. Nice, straight away acceleration. So I'm thinking a lot about that. I'm thinking a lot about, like, I feel like it's going to be kind of a rough experience for both Fuji and myself. Because even if I do miraculously get her dirt to A, she doesn't really have a lot in her kit that's going to make that particular CM not annoying. Because, like, this would be pretty good, but it'll put me down. I could just rest. No. We'll do this, but I might regret it. Yeah, like, she has some mile skills, but she doesn't really have, like, a lot of access to the accelerations in CM10 unless I also spent sparks trying to make her front runner or late surger. Which is rough for her because she also needs like at least 10 sparks to be a dirt, which means if I do 10 sparks for dirt and then I need 4 sparks for front or late, then I cannot afford to give her any mile sparks. So that's something. And then I have to like make a parent for her, and then like her excels won't work really well. Of course, I knew I was gonna regret it. I knew I was gonna regret it. It is what it is. All right, come on, inspiration. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something good. Uma stands good, but nothing else. Ooh, okay. Well, we did at least hit focus, which could be one groundwork proc. I was so sad the Fuji that I had last night was Turf S, fast learner, great stats, got 3 greens plus focus plus ignited spirit wit, and no groundwork. I might wind up using her if I can't get like a good one, because it is a little bit soul crushing, but I do really want her to do well, so. And of course I'm gonna go through all of this, and then I'm gonna run into like a front Baksheen or a front Falcon every single match, and so groundwork will just pace her down. 100% that is exactly what's gonna happen, but you do your best. This was the only way that I've really seen a lot of consistency in any particular pace. I have a groundwork Curran, and I've been experimenting with her a lot, and I found that when she does hit lucky pace, even without her unique, she wins the majority of the time. And so even though CM9 is not very consistent, I feel like if you can get those lucky pace lobbies, it's about as consistent as you can get, which is very lobby dependent, especially because a lot of Smart Falcon players are bringing their Smart Falcons. But considering that I have 2 kind of backup Umas that can try to make that other kind of situation work, I've decided that it's hopefully worth it. That's nice. That's much better. So my stats are looking actually like pretty decent for now, and I got sprint corners, that's nice. And sprint straights, that's very nice. Alright, I'll take that. It's a 30. How many explosions have I had by now? It's been a couple, right? Is it? Hang on. I thought you could see. I think it's just, well. Yeah, we'll take this. This was our Yasuda Keenan turn also, but I decided to do training instead. And this is our perfect rest turn. fun. But now it's probably because Kita-san has really low stamina. But still, I think we're still gonna switch these because, I mean, Flame Motion's probably not gonna win anyway. But yeah, our medium team looks really scuffed. I could switch Sakura over, but then our mild team would be really scuffed. So we're just gonna hope for the best. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure having like C rank is pretty high for the second Unity training anyway, but yeah, we're fine. I found when we're doing sprints and, you know, like I think longs too, if you have an Uma that can like reliably win sprints, then your Unity Cup trainings tend to go a little bit better. Because sprints is usually such like a no man's land, you know? Give me tail held high. No. Nice. You really want to explode in power. I will let you explode in power. And then I'll let you explode lit. Nice. Very nice skill to get in Unity training. This is Sprinter Stakes, so we want to do this, and we don't have like incredible trainings otherwise, so we're gonna just do Sprinter Stakes. Nice. Speed Star. Nice. Not the best speed training. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do, wait here. It does bring some more Unity trainings up. And I get hesitant front runners and a move down. Awesome. And we got nothing, so we're going to run the Queen Elizabeth Cup. This one can be a little bit of a hit or miss, but with our stats, we're actually doing pretty well. So, and we get the great post race, which is what I was fishing for. And I think we have to rest here. Oh, we're not going to rest here. That's why you always check your wit training, even if your energy is low. You need a captain of turn? Yeah, we're going to do this one. Nice. Fuji could go into sprint, but actually that great, is she? She is also not super great. Okay, I think Fuji wins mile with this, and I'm not sure if my other two can win mile, and I have a little bit more confident in Bakushu winning sprint. Nice. Digital actually 1 mile. Fuji lost. Let's take the energy. Sometimes when my energy's full, I'll obviously do skill points here. But that was not the case. It's decent. Yeah, let's do this one. We might be able to get Maya now exploding before the end of the run. I've seen one Hot Springs ticket since they supposedly raised the rates for this this event. Yeah, let's do it. That would get topped into max, or we could run a G2. We won't waste the energy, so we can at least do that. This I'm not excited about, and we can still run a G2. It is a medium, but I think Fuji still wins medium G2s. Yeah. Nice. Not nice. Ooh, that's not nice at all. Huh. Her stats are pretty good at this point, so she usually wins that. I think that means that she doesn't get her secret event either, which is really annoying. She has a secret event for the mile track of her career. Alright, come on. Can we get turf and groundwork in like 4 greens? No. We get groundwork. It's not turf. I only have focus. So I don't think this is going to be viable. Yeah. All I have is focus. Whew. That was nice. Get another mood down. Thank you. Get recreation here. Nice. I was hoping for the one that would also increase my energy. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten curvature yet. We don't need that right now. But getting to 800 speed would be nice before summer. Good. This means that if I get a decent wit training, I probably am fine to not rest before summer. Decent enough. Hold high. No. Yeah, I don't really need to check my team for this one, but it's nice to kind of see where we're at. She shouldn't be in dirt, but it's fine. We're just going up against clean cleats anyway. I was gonna start complaining, but I guess I won't complain anymore. I don't think I've seen a training with both of my speeds on speed though, which is kind of annoying. 33. Oh, we're gonna do this one. Oh, I couldn't find motion to be exploding. Not helpful. Yeah. Corner adept hint is really nice. Yeah, I'll get Haru and maybe hope to take a competitive spirit from Wendy, or what conditions? No. Okay. Worth a shot. We'll just take the energy here because we're about to do sprint stakes. Unless this is insane, which it's pretty good, but not insane. I'm not really worried about my wit stat right now anyway. Taking that. Wet conditions from Falcon? No. So I think we have two more real turns we can use. We have to rest in one of them. And then we go into the finale. Yeah. Well rested. Nice. Speed. Blow up on speed. Kita-san third chain anytime soon? Maybe? Maybe not. Kita-san third chain. Nope. Did not get curvature. Did not get turf S. Did not get our 3 greens. Too bad, because stat roll looks really nice. Fuji has an E in long, and she has to run the Ari McKinnon, which is a little bit cruel. This seems fine, except Kita-san should be a medium. Maybe Gold Chip should be in long. Doesn't Gold Chip have, like... Yeah, put Gold Chip in long. I was hoping for a good wit turn there so that I wouldn't have to rest, but I think I'm just gonna rest. Alright, sorry I had to step away for just a second. I mean, at this point we're hoping for like Winter Runner. But I don't think we're gonna get it. Fine Motion is trying to help us out with greens. She's like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want this one? Even if we get Winter Runner, we would also then need to get Competitive Spirit from the next one. Because it's not even left-handed tracks. Or we try to cope like Pace Tracer Savvy. What is this? 12 more skill points? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Yeah. Unfortunately, yet another Fuji that is not usable, but she looks nice. I think her skill points are actually a little bit on the low side too, because I didn't take the Victoria Mile. All right. Yeah, I guess I was gonna just buy a bunch of skills for like parenting, but if we wanted to see like what I don't have Professor of Curvature, which is annoying. I got Sprint Straight, Sprint Corners, which is nice. Ilmaston, Groundwork I'm just gonna pick up. Head On we got, which is nice. I would probably... if I dropped Groundwork, I'd pick up like... Because Groundwork is obviously useless to me right now, but I'm just picking it up for parent possibilities. If I dropped Groundwork, I could pick up like Sprint Corners, Double Circle, or something like that. Yeah. So this would be probably what we would look for in an ace if we'd gotten a little bit more inheritances there. Not quite S+. I thought this might have actually been S+, but I think my stats were a little bit low. Anyway, that is another sad Fuji. We go again. So, footage of my second run was lost, unfortunately, due to my fiance's cat getting really worked up because there was a cat outside of our window and jumping on my computer, which hit the power button and lost some of the recording. And I thought that it didn't make a lot of sense to continue. Anyway, the run was not very good. We got a 3-star sprint inspiration, but yeah, overall, you didn't miss much. I wound up just purchasing a ton of skills to try to make it a half-decent parent, but didn't quite hit the mark. Anyway, that's what you missed on my run number 2. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for us. Maybe it'll be this one. Inspection. Excuse me. There we go. Yikes. That's a little better. We take it on Wit, just because Wit doesn't drain our stamina, because both trainings were roughly equal with 2 friendships and 2 unities. Very nice secretive, or very nice training event to get on longs. Not a very nice training event to get on sprint. But maybe the guts will help with some duels or something. Getting a lot of 2-2s, which is not terrible. Early progressing Bakshi's event is nice. 9%. Yeah. Ooh, 34%. Yeah, I mean that was a really nice training. Worth it. And now we really 50%? Come on. Yeah, no. I pushed that too far. That was my bad. I should have known better than that. But at least it was just where you're not really punished for failing except for your except for wasting a turn, which is pretty bad. There we go. Okay. Our early tradings are maybe a little bit better than average. Gonna rest here. Gonna get sleep deprived. Gonna get 10 speed. Not taking that on stamina. I want tail held high, but I know Sunday will never give it to me, so I don't even look at her hints anymore unless it just lines up where I want to be. Early sprint corners is nice. I can still afford to be a tiny bit picky. Nice. Nice. And we get it on speed. That is nice. I would like to take the wit, but now that I'm getting closer to the, Unity Cup, I want to do my explosions, be responsible. Also a very nice event to get when you're training for longs. Okay. Come on. Corner recovery, or sorry, corner adept or focus, please. I spoke too soon. Nice, very nice. I really would like to get my mood all the way up though. We're back.
ここは負けられない。
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。
Finally, we get our second boot up.
私の
Yeah, this is pretty nice.
張り切っていこう。
Very sorry for the cat noises. I can't do anything about it. Sebastian is just going to meow pathetically at all the cats outside.
期待に応え行こうか。いつも始めよう。なるほどね。さあ始め。なるほどね。本番。おお、やってやりますかも。会場に最高の興奮をプレゼントしよう。注目の一番人気。少しばかり物足りなかったかな。君がトレーナーになるほどね。感じるこの暖かさは。
Turf? Nice.
期待に
Alright, so yeah, we got turf, which is pretty nice.
会場に
注目の一番人
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。さあおお、やってやりますかも。会場に
注目の一番
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。君がトレーニングいつもポニーちゃんたちの声援にさあ私の注目の一番奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。 会場にこのレースで行こうか。努力という一緒に頑張ろう。さあ行くよ。一緒に頑張ろう。
Nice, tail tie. Nice, nice, nice.
さあ食らいついていくだけ。本番じゃ。
It's a pretty nice training, even though there's nothing,
準備なら
nobody on it.
頑張ろう。
Getting, you know, all those unities up is pretty nice.
さあ始めよう。
Then we do sprinter stakes. We hope to win.
ここは負けられない。
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。
I think the cat may have finally gone away outside. Saving my sanity as well as this cat's sanity.
観察させてもらうよ。
Very nice.
私のため
This run, I think, has some legs if I would get the skills I need from my next inheritance. Which is always the case, right? Could take the Queen Elizabeth Cup right now. I think I'm gonna do this.
観察させてもらうよ。 会場に
Like 6 to 700 is usually, you know, maybe closer to 700 is in all three stats is usually where I like to be by the end of the year. So I'm not too far off from my stat goals right now. Getting useless hints is super fun. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
君とのと 本番
Yeah, we'll just do this.
切っていこう。さあ始め
Nice.
一緒に頑張ろう。
And then the Unity, which might be a little bit sketchy. Looks okay.
会場に行こうか。
Ooh, close. But we still got it. I'm gonna do SP here. I don't always know. Yeah, because see that I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna hopefully get some energy, which is gonna overcap me anyway. It's a single carrot day, it seems. Nice. Give me the plus 10s. Nice.
それ張り切っていこう。私の本番
31 is fine. Yeah, fine Mo and Dober are both on it, so it's turns it from like a mediocre to like a pretty decent training, I think. Nice. Got the 28 version of that.
トレーニングいつも
I need to stop skipping races for training. I used to be much better. I used to like really force myself to do all the races, but now I'm like, it's tough sometimes.
どんなトレ
What do we have here?
君がトレ
Unity on speed or
トレーニング
a medium? Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. This would get me... It would get Falcon, Kita-san. Yeah, we need this one.
始めよう 会場に
Mouse Straits is useless.
注目の一番奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様
Getting up to Team Rank A here is pretty decent. Come on, give me groundwork and all the greens that I need. It's that simple, right?
この温かさ
Oh, we got left-handed, and that's it. It's alright, it's alright. I know the chances are astronomically low. I just, I'm suffering brain damage from getting it on Curran, and now not getting it on Fuji. Head on, nice. Less nice. I do still need to finish my other trainings as well.
本場
So I'm getting a teensy bit nervous about that. Speedstar. Nice. Oh, this is the same day as the Victoria Mile. We're already kind of low on skill points. But I think that's just going to be the kind of run this is. We're going into senior summer with pretty decent stats. Very low SP, but that's my fault. We're gonna get a little bit more SP when we take sprinter stakes, and yeah, I think it's just sprinter stakes that we really want to take. If there's like a really bad training day or something, we can just take a G2 or something on that day. What's going on? There we go. Dobrin's Blackshin Wolfing on that is decent. And now we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, bad enough to where I might as well just regenerate and take this. We'll take this time. Nice early Team S.
こは負けられない。
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。
Nice. Yeah. Should start taking wit instead of resting now, but my power's still a little bit on the low side.
注目の一番。
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。 さあ私のためトレーニング
Maybe I actually do take the Queen Elizabeth here. I might not do very well on it because it's senior year.
注目の一打奇跡の
No, we're fine.
お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。
Burning Spirit. That's nice. We're gonna rest here. Get sleep deprived.
食らいついていくだけ。 期待にこ注目のさすがにかっこ悪い
11th, that's pretty high for the Ari Makita. Secret event. Does actually really help with power. Yeah, I guess I'll go back and like make sure that my teams look okay. I'm not this run is unfortunately not where I would want it to be. Sorry about the noise in the background. There's some construction stuff, I think, going on the street. Yeah, we'll take that. Mostly for the power, though. Because we're going to overcap speed now, but our power just got a huge boost, so that's nice. We didn't get turbo sprint, I think. I don't... We did get curvature. Ooh. Well, that's kind of annoying. I guess we take this and hope that we can just take a really nice wit training next turn. We could have also just done nothing, or like taken wit and hope that our power training would be better next turn. But getting our power over 1,000 is going to be nice. Especially with that turf S. That's kind of what we're hoping for. We're way over capping speed, but that's fine. We didn't take as many races as we should have this run. So I think that my, well, maybe I won't say it before we see it. I think my SP might be a little bit low, but we did take that emergency Queen Elizabeth Cup. We skipped Victoria Mile, but we took the Asset Keenan and took both Sprinter Stakes, I think. So we should be alright. Yeah, 2,000 is fine. This stat line is honestly, with Turf S, this is really, really nice. This would be like my ideal, like my goal that I'm moving towards, if I had gotten a Groundwork combo. But let's see what this looks like, if it was to be my ace, right? Oh, we did get Turbo Sprint. corners. See if we can also pick up straights. Pace corners and straights. Ooh. Tail held high and head on. Okay, actually, let me reevaluate this here. (102) lets me take left-handed. I can't take T-pulse though. I could take left-hand, but I couldn't get nimble nav. Would I take left-handed or would I take a double circle corners? I didn't realize that our hint game was so strong this run. We're not going to beat our top speed that often. So left-handed, I think, is going to have maybe some diminishing returns as opposed to double circling like sprint corners. Or getting, oh wait, we're too short for pace straights, dang. Yeah, I'm gonna take left-handed. No. I'm gonna take double circle, I think. No. See, I'm so indecisive. I think mid-race needs to be really strong, actually. And if I'm correct about... Give me just a second. I have to double check something really quick. Yeah. We'll double circle sprint corners. We'll try to build that mid-race. Okay. Because if we dropped, like, sprint straights, we could pick up T-pulse. But I would rather take straights because I want, if it procs super early, it can help me get lucky pace. Same with pace straights, but I'm just a little bit short. So we're gonna go sprint corners, double circle sprint corners instead of left-handed. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I suddenly I had to lock in because I was like, wait a second. Is this good? There's my S+. Alright, we get the tail hill tie combo, we get head on, we get all the golds that I like to get, we get both corners. So this is a very strong competitor for the best Fuji that I've made so far. Let's let's do a little bit of comparison here.
奇跡を感じてくれたかい？
Only 17 races. Yeah, I really kind of... I was playing a little bit fast and loose there. It did not... maybe this could have been better. But regardless, let's check it out. So I would say that my previous best is probably this one. This one did get double circle sprint corners. I picked up nimble nav, but it doesn't have pace corners, it doesn't have tail held high, and I'm loaded up on greens here. Speed is a little bit lower. Wit and power are both a little bit better. But I think that tail held high, the additional corner skill probably beats it. Yeah. What's this is my other one? This one didn't get Speed Star. Yeah. And then this one didn't get Turf S. But it does have Highlander and Umastan, which are both pretty nice. So that's the hard part about sprint CMs, is that you wind up making a lot of like really good really good looking aces, and it's really hard to pick between them because they all have very slightly different loadouts, right? And then of course this is my Curran who has groundwork. Groundwork Curran is, I mean, gosh, I wish this was not on Curran, it was on Fuji. I picked it up on this run because I got everything that I needed for it. Unfortunately, this run did not get Kita-san's event chain to finish, so we just got Corner Adept, which makes her a little bit weaker. But I got groundwork on this one to test out like how effective groundwork would actually be. And it's pretty effective. Like, every time she procs groundwork in a no front lobby, she kind of gets lucky pace, and when she gets lucky pace, even though it turns her ult completely off, she just kind of wins. So my ideal would be to give groundwork to Fuji, and don't run it on Curran, so I could still use Curran as a backup for her unique. But, I don't know, this is pretty nice. But missing Umastan is rough. Missing Highlander kind of sucks. Missing groundwork is... ugh. Okay. We still have some time before the CM starts, so I could do another one. I'm gonna run out. I'm probably gonna release a video soon about just being like not having my icon sorting and just walking through some of my transfer decisions, because I need to do like a big spring cleaning, especially before the next scenario starts. So I'll have to think about that. We go again. We go again.
感じこの温かさはトレイ始めようトレーニングをなるほどねこちらの準備はできてるよさあ行くよ本番じゃなくとも
Not great trainings. Not great trainings.
私のためにね始めよう もポニーちゃんたちの声援には
Okay, it really wants me to train stamina.
さっきポニーちゃん始めよう本番じゃなくともなるほどねトレーニングの準備な
This game is begging me to train stamina.
トレーニングを重ね
Now we're gonna take the sweat.
なるほどね私の準備は
ここは負けられない一番人気。
応援ありがとう観客席に感謝をトレーニングを重ねるたび成長を実感するよ足さが増したよ始めよう
Kinda wanna pick that, but maybe I'll just rest.
本番じゃなくとも
Ooh. Alright, I'm glad I just rested.
トレーニングの準備な始めよう
Nice trainings.
いつも
We take that because it gets Taiki to max as well. Then again, I'm always trying to explode too before the first Unity Cup. And nice, Taiki explodes in a place that we can easily do that without any energy. We get our great mood up, get to E, sitting kind of pretty. Get a useless random event.
なるほど
Continue being able to click wit for free. This is energy. Nice. Both of Dober's random events are really, really nice, but I always want to be hitting the other one, not this one.
どんなトレーニング
Let's do it.
ここは負けられ応援ありがとう観客席に感謝を
Scoop up an extra 51 skill points. And then do another explosion on wit, because we're never punished. Sprint straights is nice.
トレーニング一緒に頑張ろう
Nice. Good event to proc.
期待に応注目の一番人奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様トレーニング
Just keep doing wit. Oh, my two explosions were both the medium only Umas. That's lame. Okay. That is really annoying.
期待に応え
Can we still push this? I think we can.
行こうか
Nice. Take the skill points here. Just based on vibes, you know? Try to get corner adept. Or prepared to pass. Not useful for me. That's fine.
それ
Decent enough.
一緒に頑張ろう君との
Man, I'm still looking to get that. Like, this would be a really nice training for Doer, but I don't really want to take a guts training right now. I don't really want to do another G3 at this point either. We'll just take this. Get hesitant pace chasers just in case I have some extra SP laying around at the end of the run. There we go. That's what I want.
張り切ってるぞ
Perfect. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. We get a little bit of energy back, so now we can take the next training if we need to. We're in a good spot.
ここは負けられない。
応援ありがとう観客席に感謝を 君との
Get our mood down. Luckily, we don't get slacker.
始めよう
We'll get fine motion up here. Groundwork, turf, 3 groundwork greens. I'm not asking for much, right?
君の温かさは
Well, we got something useful.
も
But we're past useful. You saw my Uma from the last run that I did. If this Fuji's gonna beat her, she's gonna need that groundwork proc. We'll go this.
おおやってやりますかも
Yep, we take this. And then,
注目の一
I'll detect the Yasuda Kinen.
奇跡
So I think we're going to rest Yasuda Kinen and then Recreation, maybe. Unless we get really lucky. Nice. Yeah. Oh, fine motion's actually pretty low. Oh, nice. Good, well-rested proc.
トレーニング
注目の一番。
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいた
Now
だ
we just need this to be the great, the mood up. Nope, okay. I was asking for a little bit too much there.
君との
That's really tempting. Yeah, I take this, and then I'm feeling a little bit better on the Unity races, and then I just rest my first turn of summer. Of course, I get hesitant front runners that have the tail held high, and I get Speed Eater for my explosion, which is also useless.
もうすぐレース
I'm a D, which is pretty rough, honestly. Okay. But importantly, my Smart Falcon is at C, and so I think she will win dirt. There we go.
みんなのおかげだよ
こ
We're taking this first. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that I'm only in a good mood for this. But with, gosh, Dober, Fine-Mo, Kita, and Bakshin, and 2 explosions on it. Yeah, I mean, that's... You gotta take that, right? Go directly to B. And then we get off easy, because we don't have anything to do this turn. Or this turn. We can get Fine Motion up, though. Ooh, no rainbows at all for the rest of my summer training. It's a little sad. We'll take this, just because it's some Unity training. I should probably take the 5 power 5 wit there, but it's so few stats, and honestly right now I'm mostly just, I'm a little bit low on wit, and usually just when I see Tachyon, I click the bottom one when I get one of her random events, just because I'm like, this is the Sprinter Stakes turn. Our stats are looking decent. Nice. Oh! I completely missed the 23% failure chance. Ooh, that's on me. Sorry, guys. Just me throwing this run. Should I try the Tenno Autumn? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I need to rest pretty badly. But this is going to be really nice because it's going to put me ahead a little bit in skill points. Nice! We love to see it. 23%. Do I make the same mistake twice, guys? I don't think I do. It's so tempting, though. Yeah. Surely I don't feel 23% twice. It's Fuji, come on, girl. Come on. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna get a mood up, hopefully, in the new year with the raffle. I don't know how our Unity is looking right now. 6. That's definitely not where it's supposed to be. Yeah, this is okay. Whew, close. We got it though. We can take skill points at the beginning of the year, which is going to be nice. I mean, I'm going to overcap on energy, but there's not... I guess I could take speed just to increase some... No, we're going to take this. I mean, skill points and wit is fine. Tachyon's on it. Good mood. What is it with today and carrots? I swear to God. Okay. I mean, that would be really nice for Unity trainings. Okay.
君がと
We need to do some races.
応援ありがとう
Races,
観客
you know, race outcomes aren't penalized by mood. And I can get some SP and trigger that great mood up. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted.
張り切っていこう
Ooh, we're running. We gotta finish this event chain. We gotta finish that event chain, Fuji. What are you doing?
始めよう会場に注目の奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Fuji. Put it together for me. Just give me the absolute god roll.
この温かさは
Sprint. Huh. I have two sprint sparks on one grandparent. So that's kind of funny.
観察
Nice.
させてもらうね さあ
Unfortunately, this run is stats are looking nice, but
注目の一番人気
it's not
16
viable.
応援ありがとう観客席に感謝を
Not great inspirations. Didn't get what I was looking for. Didn't even get like Umastan or something, which would have been at least something, right? But
注目の一番
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかな
it is what it is. I mean, this is still going to be a nice roll, so it's hard to be like too too annoyed about it. Fuji does her best. Except when she gets sleep deprived, then she doesn't do her best. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. We still love her.
注目の一番奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様 トレーン君がトレー
Again? Fuji! Come on! Come on, girl!
このレース
Alright. Doesn't really matter because we're gonna take the second team anyway.
こうか さあ一緒に頑張ろう
Jehaldai! Why couldn't any of those guys be exploding? Come on.
観察させてもらうね
I would love to have like a really, really cracked speed turn. That's not what I'm getting.
おおやってやります
This gets me to 900. 900 is doable. Remember, I was at near 1,000 last my last run, and I overcapped. So I try to aim to be 900 to 1,000 on speed coming out of summer, knowing that I'm going to be taking Sprinter Stakes, knowing that I have to take Tenno Autumn and Ari McKinnon. So I lose 3 senior turns. What is my skill points are at about 1,500 right now.
今日は君に
I think I am gonna skip Sprinter Stakes.
おおやってやります
I took a couple other G1s earlier in this career that were that I don't usually take, so I'm not too crushed from missing sprinter stakes. We'll see where I'm at after Tenno Autumn. And maybe I'll take the mile championship.
注目の2番人
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。トレーニング 私の
I will take the mile. Oh, I'll take Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is usually kind of sketchy, but we're fine.
お楽しみいただけた
Never
かな
punished.
お客
Good.
様。
That's fine. Sure. Unfortunate.
どんな一緒に頑張ろう。会場に
注目
さすがに
12th. That's pretty high placement for her. Did I win the... I guess I
期
didn't.
待に応える準備は万全さ。
Did I...
みんなを思いっ
あれ
きり
Victoria
驚かせ
Mile
てくるとしよう。
Huh? I missed something. Was I short by one race? Win at least 3 sprint/mile G1 races, win the Takamatsu no Miyakine. Win, win, win. Okay. Maybe it happens after this and I just completely like spaced out. That's always possible. I think I do get it after Zenith. I think I just spaced out for some reason. Too many runs is melting my brain. Did I not get it? Was I looking away from the... In the senior class, win at least 3 sprint mile G1 races and win the Takamatsu no Miyakine. I've never not gotten it before when I've met all those criteria. There must be something. I think that I guess Game Tora has to be wrong on this, and I have to get at least 2 sprint G1 wins, which means I have to take the sprinter stakes and the Takamatsu no Miyakine and then like one of these other 2. Because I didn't get it. Huh. Well, we learned something. In the senior class, win at least 3 sprint or mile G1 races and win the Takamatsu no Miyakine. But I did, and I didn't get it. So it must be that you have to win at least 2 sprint. And I just, because I didn't take the sprinter stakes, it didn't proc. Alright, well, now I know. Better on this run than on a run that I'm like pushing to, that I like finally get my mythical groundwork pull in. competitive spirit.
どんなトレーニング
It's too bad.
トレー張り切っていこう会場実力は奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様トレーニング
That is a pretty sad final turn. It's always like crushing when you wind up having like 3 or 4 prepped Unity explosions and you never get to set them off.
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様
2,200 skill points. That was a nice run, but we don't have anything. We have tail held high. Yeah, this is just going to be a apparent buy. We didn't get turbo sprint either. And we also didn't get Kita-san. So sad. This? Mile quarters, medium quarters, long quarters. This is a decent parent. What do we do? 20 races? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 G1s? Yeah. And it's a turf parent. So it could be a mile. Yeah. I'll do mile, but I mean 3-star turf is pretty nice. 3-star turf, 2-star tail held high is pretty nice. Is that it? Is that all my borrows? No. Okay. Just transfer like a random Uma here. I don't have actually very many random Umas to transfer. 2-speed sympathy. This was a attempt at my Milesium. I do have 1 borrow left. All right. Let's do it. Let nobody question how much I love Fuji Kiseki.
この温かさは トレーニング
Sure.
頑張ろう
I amazing early training. Oh, that's nice. Corner adept hint is very nice. Okay, we'll just do this. I do want that Marvelous Sunday hint, but I really don't want to train too much stamina. That is nice. Ooh, Bakshin hint, but we're gonna do this. Nice. We're not going to take that on guts, but we will get a nice well-rested proc. I'll take this one. Kita-san's a little bit closer to hitting an explosion, and getting Kita-san up to Rainbow would be really nice early on. Also nice. Nice early proc. My mood up. Lucky 7? That's a groundwork proc. I think we do take this. 3 unity, 2 friendships is nice, even if the stats are completely wasted. I'll take that. Yeah. And then we'll rest. Or take wit. Take wit. Ten? No. Here we rest. Guts with nothing else on it. Meticulous measures, decent. Alright, we have 4 explosions prepped right now. Nice. I was kind of worried about that one. But it is Haru. who maybe is not going to have the best time in Unity Cup.
注目の一番人
奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様
I was hoping that would be on wit, but it's not. Kita-san has more stamina, so she should probably go long, but she has a better chance of winning medium than she does of winning long, and I can throw long if I win everything else. Just like that. Nice, get some dirt umas.
本番なるほどね
Tehotai. Oh my god, she actually... we got it. I think we've got it a couple times today. Oh, come on. We'll get over to Rainbow. Get a useless skill from her. Get over to exploding.
どんなトレー始めよう このレースここは負けられる少しばかり物足りな
Second
かったかな
place. What are you doing, Fuji? Alright, let's get the godlike inspiration. Let's get the 1 in 10,000 inspiration right here. Right here. Oh my god! What? That's not what I meant! That's not what I meant! Okay. Sure, sure. Alright. I'll take it. Fuji's trying so hard to make me happy. I'm sorry, Fuji. I said that, and then she gave me a mood down, so maybe she's not trying that hard. Oh, that's so funny. 2 mile sparks, 2 sprint sparks. And we hit the bolt. I've tried a couple times to take the Japanese derby or the oaks, and I seem to not be able to win them. Sprint corners, nice. 32 wit.
いつもポニー
Or I could try to take the Takazuka Ken.
さっきポニーちゃんたちが応援の声をか
I'm gonna do this. Ideally, I get the mood up result from it,
お楽しみいただけたかなお客様
especially because I just skipped the Yasuda Kinen to take another training. That's not the mood up result. Okay.
私の準備
Dun, dun, dun. This is so funny. That does kind of overload my mile, but I think I'm gonna win sprint and dirt.
行こうか
I should be able to win mile. Oh, I'm not gonna win sprint. Okay. Fuji lost to an NPC with S turf S sprint.
面目ない
So this run's over, which is
さっき
sad. Oh no. Rip.
楽しそうだねさあ始め頑張ろう
So the reason why losing is so bad in Unity
努力と
is because when you win,
駆け引き
all of your umas, your Unity umas, get plus 50 to all of their stats, which makes them better, obviously.
さあ行くよ
And if you lose, they get plus 0 to all of their stats, which is bad. The plus 50 stats is really, really crucial because literally every single one of your Unity Umas getting plus 50 to every stat, right, is going to bump up your training facilities and sooner. So when you lose, you miss out on a huge training facility increase to the point where now my training facilities probably won't be upgraded until towards the very end of the game, this run, which is a big problem. I've still done like okay
さあ行くよ
when I've lost one Unity Cup, especially with this CM where I'm trying to do a lot of races. So like instead of trying to grind the facilities, like I try to
どんなと
like instead of trying to grind the facilities, I just grind a lot of races, and then I try to kind of equalize a little bit with SP. But losing a Unity race is pretty much a death sentence for a run, unless there's some very specific circumstances. So, unfortunately, this run is a little bit DOA, even though I did get triple S inheritance there. It happens. It's a symptom of me pushing the top race all the time. I did really think that Fuji was going to win with Turf S Sprint S, but maybe I should have set her to be in front instead, because possibly what happened is she got like pace downed or something, and then she couldn't recover from PDM.
いつもポ
But we're going to make the best of it. We'll just see what happens.
期待に応える準備は万全
I guess the other nice thing is that now that we've lost, our future Unity Cups are going to be very easy to win. because we're going up against D ranking opponents in our third unity race. We're probably gonna have to push the top in the summer as well. That might help a little bit. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I tested this out a lot with my club. I believe pushing top gives everybody 50, and mid gives everybody 30. I finally got something other than a single carrot. So what I usually do, which is top, mid, is 50, 50, 50, 30. And so if I get 50, 0, 50, 50, my stat differential is only a -20 to all stats. Only. For all of my Umas, which is still excruciatingly painful, but, you know, what can you do? We just got a mood down too, which is fun. Energy. Decent. Yeah. Our speed is pretty low. Pointless. 0 energy. Our speed is like very low at this point. We still hit A, actually, in March. Could be worse. Watch me finally roll all the greens in the groundwork. Come on, Fuji. I still want the god roll, even though this run is not going well. No, we didn't get it. We got standard distance, which is one of the greens that we could use. Speed star. Yeah, take this one. And then we're gonna do Victoria Mile. Get another mood down. With our S-Turf S-Mile. Our speed is very low, but it's not irredeemably low. It's possible we could pull it out. I say that, but you know, I didn't get the inheritance that I wanted, so the run is kind of DOA anyway. But never say never. Could always get, what, the Smart Falcon coming in and then get winter runner off of my finals, and then get more than just one single rainbow in summer. No? Oh, okay. Alright. I see how we're doing. I see what we're doing. Come on, Fuji. There you go. 851 coming out of senior summer is definitely on the low side. Dobra's on this, so it pops up to 30, which is nice. If this is a really good speed training, I'm going to skip sprinter stakes. And it is a really good speed training. Ah, 55%. Should we do it? The run's dead anyway. Yeah. Sorry, Fuji. I'm sorry, Fuji. I'm sorry, Fuji. Sorry, Fuji. Sorry, Fuji. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, well, we almost pulled it back. I think if we had hit that, we would be in a state of doing like an average roll, which is pretty significant given that we lost a Unity Cup race. But obviously that didn't happen, and it didn't really get the stats I was looking for, the skills I was looking for anyway. Although Sprint S, Turf S is kind of funny. Sorry, Fuji. I'm sorry, Fuji. Thanks. See, we get it. Because we ran the sprinter stick. No, we didn't run the sprinter stick. Wait, hang on. What? What? What is different? I must... Oh, I think I have to win the Takamatsu no Miyakinen and then 3 other races? It's not included. It's not included in the 3 races that I have to win. Also, you know, if you lose a Unity match, then your ranking goes down, so you have a harder time beating Zenith. Nothing to do.
子は勝ち負け奇跡の舞台お楽しみいただけたかなお客様。
Alright. Let's close out my runs for the day. Too bad I got that curvature. I got that corner adaptant. Really don't want to get a full price ignited spirit speed, so I guess we'll just get oh, where was it? Sprinting gear, and then whatever we can still afford. Can we still afford something? Late surger savvy, perfect. Rip my Sprint S Turf S Fuji. 1-star stamina.
富士奇跡の幕は
Alright, so oh, that was 5 careers straight of trying to get Fuji Kiseki to get a groundwork combo
あの
in CM9. Nice that it's all laid out for us like that. Yep, yep. Decent, but I don't think that one is as good as this one. Throw, very good. I'm pretty impressed with this one. It got all the goals, it got head on, it got tail held tight, it got more corner skills, more mid race. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one was the parent. This one was completely nothing, but this is very funny. Alright, so we got some more Fujis to contend with here, and tomorrow I am going to have to talk about transferring and seeing, you know, just going through all my Umas and talking about how I'm gonna do, how I organize my Umas, how I'm going to decide to transfer them. It'll be fun, so stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for watching this extremely long video. I just thought it would be fun to release something that's just like, this is what 5 back-to-back-to-back-to-back runs look like. This is, you know, not cherry-picked. This is just me slamming out my daily runs so you guys can kind of see the variance that I get. You can see the decision-making that I do. You can see what I'm looking for, so on and so forth. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you a lot for your time, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.